Hello, welcome to The Wandering Drew. I am Drew. I was having trouble getting a video together this week since I'm unfortunately or fortunately for me traveling out of town, and I didn't get a chance to really record something before I went out of town. And frequently when I travel, if I have some downtime, which I did, I have an afternoon with some downtime, I'd like to try and find a trail in the area and go hiking if I could, or at least for a walk. Gives me an idea that I'm out there a little bit. It's still exercise and still healthy. So just to basically make this video to show that that's a possibility. So when you're out traveling, maybe find a short trail. I'm out on the campus of the University of West Florida in Pensacola, Florida, and they have a small nature trail with many different trails, and I found the trail and I decided to come out here. Dragged two of my children, forced them to go with me, and we're walking here on these trails. So I thought I'd take you along and show you a little bit of the trail, and I'll let you see what I see. It's actually a very nice trail, very well marked, and surprisingly it's actually used way more than I thought it was. I couldn't film anything for the first probably 5 minutes to 8 minutes of walking because there was so many other people walking on this trail, both students and non-students. Also, another thing I really liked is that the trail in the beginning of the part, it's more, I guess, manicured and maintained, and there was a boardwalk, and you'll see some of the over like a swampy area, you'll see some of those pictures, or you might have seen them already, but a lot of the trees are labeled so that they'll tell you what species they are. So, which I thought was interesting. And supposedly they actually had someone come in and help them mark this trail and identify the species. Just another example of how sometimes if you just don't look for long trails or well-known hiking trails, there's opportunity all around us to do some hiking, or at least get out and take a little walk in nature. And being that we're in northern Florida, surprisingly, there's a lot of terrain. This goes up and down, so enjoying the hills. So, due to the fact that I'm not familiar with the trail, as you saw on that trail map, the information board, there is an actual 12-mile trail, which would be a pretty decent either training hike or just out to get out there and just do a conditioning hike would be great to do that. And obviously you can combine different loops. You could probably do something like even 20 or 25 miles or do them more than once if you really wanted to. So even though you're in a quasi-urban environment, you can really get some good training hikes in an area that you probably really didn't think something like this would be available. I wish I had something like this close to my house. I'd be able to, do the trails more often. I saw several people running or jogging or trail running. Lots of couples out here walking as well. So it's getting a lot of use. I've come across a lot of people. It's been hard to actually record anything, but did enjoy it. And we're heading back. I didn't do very far. Probably did about 2 of a mile or 3 of a mile so far, and we just turned around and headed back. Due to the fact that it is getting late, the sun is going down, we didn't bring any supplies or plan on being out here, and we have to get somewhere else and do something else. So I don't have a lot of time, but I had enough time to get them out here and at least do maybe a half mile or 3/4 of a mile hike total. Trail runner just passed. So you can see, even by thinking outside what the resources or places you would normally go, you can find somewhere that you can do a little, just a little exercise, get out in nature and enjoy and distance yourself from, the normal stuff like a park with concrete And you know, you could be hiking on an actual trail with trees and woods and wildlife around you. So we just left the Blue Trail and we're going back on the Nature Trail, which is a very short, I think it's like a half-mile trail. And making our way back to where the cars are parked. And it has this nice boardwalk that will take you over the swampy areas and make it easy for you to enjoy your wildlife. And every once in a while there's a little cutout so you can sit and rest to some benches or get out of the way of people that are walking in the opposite direction or bypassing you. And here is an innovative use of tree stumps as stepping stones. You can also have fun. I imagine kids would especially enjoy this part of the hike. Hello. Well, I'm back at my hotel. It's a little later at night. It's dark outside already. And I looked up online, and the Edward Ball Nature Trail is a half-mile trail that includes a boardwalk, as you saw in the video. It can be found online. It can be found on the University of West Florida-UWF website, as well as just doing a search for the Edward Ball Nature Trail. And they do have some maps, and there are multiple trails on the campus that you can also do, but it's not titled under the Edward Ball Nature Trail. So that's all I have. Thank you so much. I'm sorry it was a short one. I'm traveling and I just didn't get a chance to make a video that I normally did, so I went out to do a hike, a little short half-mile with some family members, so I got them out there, which was good, and at least we were able to do something. So just kind of put it in mind and just realize that while you're someplace other than home, sometimes you can find something short, a trail, just to do something to keep a little activity going on. Or there are some trails maybe in your area that you can do some greater training that you don't normally think of. And without doing a search, you might not ever know where these trails are. Thank you so much as always for taking time out of your day to watch the videos. Hope you enjoyed it. If you feel like, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Till we meet again.